Yeah, we're live. Excuse the lockdown hair already. Okay, so let's get straight into it, is it? Welcome. Straight down to me. You don't want to look at me all the time. So that's where I left off yesterday. And let me get, sorry, I'm going to fiddle around now. Not used to this. Around. Go down a bit more. Did this bit yesterday. I didn't want to do it all. I didn't see a point. Josh will probably shout at me. And I can't do it all now because I've left them on. So even if I pull them off, I can pull them off, I suppose. But this is what it looks like. So slot it in. Get that going over there because they can see me then. Yep, okay. Get a shot of that. Right, okay, so that's what it looks like. Yeah. So far. Yeah, there's a bit of a nice bit there. This walkway that we're gonna weather. I did do them into there just in case something showed up, so you could see it. So the model sheets as I do, and then then I slot that back into this little slot. Yeah, got a little walkway there to show, and then that's tight to there. Yeah, so there's a little shop and this outhouse that we're going on, that we're doing. So today, I think today's gonna be a shorter one because I've got to go into HQ. There's a few things I got to get done. But we still here be a couple of hours because I like modelling. So anyway, okay. So what I'm doing now, the next one. So I've taken them away, flip it over. I've already started some, and I've even put front and back because believe you me, I do make their mistakes. Trust me, I've done this 3 times. And I've started shaving down. Yeah, whenever I cut balsa wood, I always start off really good and then just get fat. So I gotta trim them down. And normally what I just do is get the saw, see where I've gone wrong, and just trim it down. Balsa, guys, you know balsa wood. So easy to work with. Yeah, if I get any lumps or angles or something like that, I just. This is going to be planking underneath, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. For example, here's one I prepared earlier, Blue Peter. I got a line there ready to go where I want to. I line it up. I'm having it tight to the back and overflowing in the front. But I'll try and trim that overflow down, because I'm having, so these are like, I think 1 inch. So they'll be like that, like so. And then these are 1.5 inches. Yeah. Highly metered. And then they will go like that then. Which be down there, you know what I mean? Not sticking up that way, sticking down that way. So it'll be a longer post so you can tether your boat to them and that type of thing. So yeah, so that's something I'm doing. So I'm gonna go 3 across here, 1, 2, 3. So I want to draw a line. Big square for this. So I want to draw a line down there, just to make sure that I've got that. So I've got that 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to put one down here. So let's put a line down there. So I know at the back edge, and then obviously there's one going to come, I think I've got 1/2 inch in from that. So if I get my little roller. Morning, John. Yeah, all good, mate. Morning, Craig. Yeah, 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch from here. Just some of these, just so I can. Thought so. That's right. Measure twice, cut once. Is that the saying? problem with me is that I'm really impatient. I think everybody else impatient I am. I'm really just, come on, get it done. I want to finish. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, excuse me, that's one of my props. Like, it's just not enough room. I should have gone the other side that way. I got loads of room that way. I got just, you know what I mean, about half a foot, about a foot and a half there. Right, okay, so, and then you can see there, every cross there then, so one there, but I've done one in the corner there, because I've done the one in the corner there. So it'll be one there, one just about there, one there, but that's getting too tight to the one but there, so I don't see the point. I'm going to do them across there, one there, one there. So if I pull that one back, well, that looks stupid. So I've cut these dowels, you know what I mean, it's made out of this dowel, balsa wood dowel. I don't know what size it is, I could put a vernier on if I wanted to, but I might just do 2 there. 1, 2, yes, so that's what I'm going to do. But 1, 2 there, because I've got the big ones going in the front. So it'll be those 2 then. Those 2 there. So 1 there, 1 there. That's good. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. Do I put 1 down there? What do you think? Oh, cool. Can you put photos on chat? Anybody tried? Because that'd be nice to see, mate. Tim, Lee. That'd be good. Well, we got 7 people in at 10 o'clock. I'm impressed, guys. 10 o'clock in the morning on lockdown. You have tried, have you? Put photos on. Yeah, but so what do you think? Do I put another one down there? Because we got that. I think I've cut enough to go down there. Let's have a look. 2. Shaky hands. I promise I had no wine last night. I was a good boy. So that's got to come in anyway. Comes across there. Yes, I have, because I got them too. So if I put them down there, might be overkill, but it gives for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I have. So I did it that way. The one that just got to center of that. I need to measure. I don't think I'm not going to measure. I'm going to eyeball it. That's what they were done. I reckon that's pretty good, to be honest. There and there. Okay. So we've got 1 there, 1 there. I put my square on there. Yes. Centre-ish. Job done. Yeah, press the like. Yeah, fair dues. We had a few likes yesterday. Send it around. Cornwall, yeah, mate. I used to live in a rural place. Oh my God, the signal was like just the worst. Like I said, I've got Virgin Media, like, and other ones are blah blah blah, and I didn't even do that. And pants, absolutely pants. Yeah, I mean, the day they invent internet to go through walls, you know what I mean, is probably the hallelujah day. Yeah, no, I know I got thick walls, but still. I mean, and the internet's becoming more and more important now for modelling as well. You know what I mean? It's what do you guys think? You know what I mean? I think it certainly is. A lot more people are sort of watching it and using it to I mean, I was watching Grand Design. I think you revert his head, mate, if you run through that. And somebody built this house. Oh, let me get rid of that gunk on top. Watching YouTube, you know what I mean? It's incredible, isn't it? You can just I use YouTube for, you know, if I got to do something on a car, because in my old mechanic days, not that I do a lot. I don't work much on cars at all. I hated it. I can't think of anything worse than working on a car. I know Sam is not in, so Sam loves working on cars. I hate it. Oh, spanner rashes, freezing cold days like today. And if you're working on an engine or something like that, and the garage always used to be cold, and you slip off a nut with a spanner, and oh god, it sting like mad. So there's something I could say. Modelling injuries. What model injuries have you had, guys? I mean, you've bound to have slipped with scalp balls or a saw, or I know I have. I've done a few boo boos. Not this, like I said. This was a kitchen. I don't know where the camera is on my phone, but that was a kitchen exercise. Accident even. Right, so I'm just going to glue. Again, your faithful super glue. Like I said, patience of a non-patienty person. If that makes any sense. Stick it in close. Stick it in. 1. 2. 1. Reconnect. Well, I'm still here. Like, see, poxy internet. Craig, oh mate, was that modern or work? Oh, screwed, did it? Oh, craft knife. They what do paper cuts are the worst. I think they really sting. And then if you're dealing with isopropylene, and Craig, I'm going in today. So if you're dealing with isopropylene as well, you've got a paper cut or you've got a little nick that you don't know, and you roll in something and you're cleaning it, and it's that sting. Oh, yeah, frightening. Been there. Like I said, I'm useless at cutting. I should get a jig, I suppose. I need to shave down, but then when you shave down, this is where you can weather as well, so you can cheat a bit. So as if you look, I've got a thin edge there and a thick edge there. It's only slight. And like I said, it's underneath the, what I call it, the model, so it's not too bad, but I can shave a bit off and I can sand it down a bit then. I think craft knives must be one of the most dangerous knives out there. You know what I mean? Because I don't think there's anybody that has ever used one and not had a nick or. So this will be the exposed side of it. Yeah. weathered look. And when I don't need to shave off, scrape it down. The only thing you get is a balsa sneeze, because you get the dust going everywhere. So, and then just do the same with there. So run the block over it. Oh man, did it hurt? I bet you were hell yelping. Oh, that's sick, man. I go to that side of the. Yeah, I go to the other side. So. I've done a line now and I probably totally and utterly missed it. Like, I can't straight line. How the hell did I paint? Ooh, come on, get that. I cried. Oh, I think I would have cried as well. Oh. Okay, I think at the moment you're winning that one. I think if anybody else comes on, we got 6 people on. If anybody else comes on, if they can beat that, screw in a screw. Oh, what size was the screw? With a batten on it. Oh, that's should have held it up. Oh, that's gone through me, Anna. You're my new hero. Oh, 2-inch. Still swollen, I bet it is. That's not good. I do not advise that to anybody. I bet Craig doesn't either. Okay, so what are we up to, guys? What are we doing? What's today bringing you? I said I got a couple of hours doing this, and then I'm nipping into HQ, show my face, show willing. You know what I mean? Say that I'm still here and working hard. Working hard. Hang on. If I was you, I'd put the screwdriver down, pal. That's a dangerous tool in your hand. Or was it a battery drill? So, my worst weapons is probably that, the scalpel. Yeah, I've carried fully automatic weapons around the streets of certain places and in certain areas. I fired them down range and all sorts of things and stuff like that. And yet, probably had my worst accidents with knives. Should never used to give me a knife. Wasn't allowed one. I don't know why. Okay, same again. Chop it down. I gotta chop this bit down, so I'll take a little bit off. So take a slither off first. A bit thick as well. Oh, that's my prop gone again. Okay, so let's weather this a little bit then. question is, then I mean, obviously, I love weathering. I love stuff that is weathered, nice and you know, what I mean, looking proper, looking what it should be. But there's some guys, some modelers that love their stuff clean, especially locos and stuff. Pain in the butt. I don't know where that question came through, but like I said about weathering, what's your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Do you like to have prestige locos or carriages, or do you like to have that look of that weathered look? And do you do your own weathering, and is it done by weathering powders or weathering whatever there is out there, or airbrush? The airbrush is permanent. Weathering powders can be permanent, but you've got to seal it on. But what's your thoughts? No, I haven't done that one. Let's do that one across there first. I'm using mainly airbrush and learning to use the powders. Okay, good. How we find the powders? You know what I mean? That's they are easy. They are relatively easy to use, but you know what I mean. Angels Share Model Railways, guys. What can I ask? What your name, so I don't have to keep calling you all that. That'd be nice. Good morning, all. Good morning to you, sir, or madam. I like weathered look. Only done buildings and rolling stock. Still trying out on locals. Powders and watered down acrylics. Yeah, well, watered down acrylics I'm going to be using on these and stuff like that. Somebody phoned me yesterday and said, I'm running out of washes and stuff like that. I said, you haven't. Brian, hello, Brian. You haven't. You know what I mean? If you've got acrylic paint, just water that down. It's just as good as, you know what I mean? That's as good as anything. I mean, that's what they do anyway. So, well, I assume, but I'm not a paint expert and stuff like that. So, well, I need another one across here now. So, actually thinning that down looks, it's taking away the thickness of the MDF. I don't like that actually. Yeah. Isopropylene is IPA is the same thing. I think Sam taught me that. I didn't know what IPA was, but isopropylene, yeah, I use. I use that for everything, to be honest. All weathering and watering down, and you know what I mean. It's quicker for me. It dries quicker than the water, and you get such a good effect with it. And you can like water it down for washes and stuff. I tested out some of our new modeling metals. You know what I mean? And then I've molded rocks and cliff faces out of it, because I was testing. Ready for the launch sometime this year. I watered it down with IPA big style, and wow, yeah, awesome, fair dues. So using our weathering powders on rocks and cliff faces, really good. You get really smart results. I got a photo somewhere. I put it on the. I think I have put it on the. No, I don't think I have. So I think I got a photo. I'm going in today anyway. I'll take some photos of it if I can, and then I'll stick them on the Facebook group. Guys, if you're not on a Facebook group, you know, I mean, I think Craig will say the same. Yeah, join. It's great. It's a good laugh. It's a good banter. There's some fantastic modelers on there, yeah, and they are sharing their tips, they're sharing their photos, and there's a discount code on there as well for WWScenics. You know what I mean? If you want to use our products, that is, like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a good crack in it. Craig will probably say. Photos for social media, yeah. Well, I was just saying, Ray. I was just saying. You know what I mean? The group, we love it. We you know what I mean? We do competitions via the via Facebook group. You know what I mean? On their what do you call it? With photos, and Craig was one of the winners. Craig won the last one, which was the level of detail that he put into that. To be fair to him, I mean, he deserved to win. You know what I mean? So. And it was good, top-notch modelling. You know, I mean, I loved the cenotaph. That was fantastic. So, but it was the photos that sort of, I certainly love photos. Looking at that, I get my inspiration from it. Yeah, I mean, I get my inspiration. Like, Ray, you want to join me? We're doing some cracking ones this year. You know, what I mean, we're just trying to get everything out of the way. I mean, like I said, WWScenics is busy at the moment, so a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's brilliant. It's, you know what I mean. I said I recommend anybody as well. You know what I mean. You guys work damn hard modelling your layouts, right? You know what I mean. The dioramas can be done within a couple of weeks, and then it's finished. It's put on a shelf. Yeah, your layouts are done over years and years and years and years and years, and then you just think I finished, so I'm going to start again. You know what I mean? So show it off. I would. You know what I mean? You work hard. Show it off. It's brilliant. I'd love to see it. You know what I mean? That's why I go to shows. I'm not like I said, I'm not a railway person. I'm not a, you know what I mean, train person. I don't particularly find trains exciting that way because, you know what I mean, I what do I call it? But I love the modelling. I love to see the work that you put into the layout. You know what I mean? Because really, you're diorama modelers, like, you know what I mean, on a bigger scale. That's all, on a much bigger scale. Because you do, you know what I mean, you do your diorama and on the layout, which looks fantastic. You know what I mean? Some of the American layouts I've seen on Facebook are amazing. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that they do, amazing. But us as a modern country, Britain as a modern country, are awesome modelers. It's because you've got a wonderful scenic company like us. I thought I'd plug it for a change. You would cue the ribbon. I think that's why I love going live, yeah, or talking to the camera, because I suppose anybody's seen any of my written posts. I can't write. I mean, I married a primary school teacher to help to help me. You know what I mean? I'm not the most educated person in the world. My grammar is horrendous. You know, I probably can't even speak it properly. You know, my first language is gibberish. So, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But I love to talk, as you can tell. And I love, and my talent is my modelling, like, you know what I mean? And I've built hopefully a successful company that you guys like, you know what I mean? But when it comes to, I do apologise if I do offend anybody with my writing or, you know, my written post. That's why I've got Sam and Craig now. They can crack on with it. They can do all the writing, and I'll do the live bits. Oh, come on, stop circling. I'm still there. Yeah, we're still there. Do I do a long one and a short one there? Do I get that in? I've done it. If I do a long one and a short one, doesn't really matter, does it? Sorry, guys. It must be the grey. Apologise. Bear with us. I think it should But it doesn't help with people sending me messages all the time either. Stop sending messages. Get on with your work. I'm on Facebook now. Right, go away. Right, are we there? Are we still there? Good, cool. I got the circle of the ringy circle going on my phones, which is never good when you see that, is it? So Brian, I was talking to you. The precision. So no, the detailer or the precision. If you've only got a little bit of grass to do and you've got lots of mud on there, then to have good control, yeah, the precision. The detailer or the precision are really good for that. Yeah, and especially when you're doing little bits and bobs. Ideal for it. Perfect job for it. Yeah. I'm sure. Again, if you ask the guys on the group or anywhere, I suppose who's got one, fingers crossed, we'll see the same. It's a good bit of kit. And cracking on with this nicely. Yeah, Sam, Peak 47. I can't, I mean, to be fair to Sam, he loves the products that we produce. And his layout looks amazing, to be fair to him. And he's a damn good modeler. I keep telling him, well, I don't, but don't tell him. No, he is a damn good modeler, to be fair. So, and I always recommend his YouTube, Peaks 47. Yeah, to be Saturday morning he launches, brilliant. And I know there's another one going to be coming out shortly. Yeah, Craig Shaw was on here, and who's on the admin on the group now. Yeah, I would say that, but yeah, I can imagine, having seen his detail of work that he does, and the competition that he won, I would say, you can't go wrong. He's going to be a cracking modeler, to be fair. So his YouTube will be really interesting. So yeah, support the guys. Yeah, support them. Always good to and anybody else on here as well. And there was a couple of guys on here as well who got their own YouTube channels. Yeah, go and support them. The bigs have made it. And they are good. They're all good. Everybody's good. I don't think it is. I'll never stop learning. I'll always learn a different technique from somebody else. I'm not an expert by no means. I'm still learning big style. I've only been in the hobby for WWScenics is 10 years in June. Yeah, I thought Mark and I did it for about a couple of years before that. Yeah, played around in the hobby and stuff like that. So I'm learning products, and obviously I do a hell of a lot of research to develop new products and stuff. The weather and powders, I did so much research on that to get it right, because there's some stuff out there that can be chalky, really chalky, and there's some out one of them which is just not a weather and powder. So I think I've cracked it with that, to be fair. I'm quite happy with them. Static grass, I think it speaks for itself. We got the largest range in the world, I think. The Progress applicator, between us and Pico, we've sold thousands. We've sold tens of thousands. And you wouldn't think as many, they keep selling, and I'm thinking, where the hell are all these modelers? They sell crazy. Tens of thousands of applicators being sold of one type. That's without then the grand and the precision and the detailer that we got, and the Pro box as well. And that's a good bit of kit. Once you stop zapping yourself. Anybody got one of those? Anybody tried one of those? Yeah, have you zapped yourself yet, Ray? Because it takes a bit of time getting used to, but so yeah, we send stuff out to Brian. We send stuff up to work. I was trying to contact him for a while. To be fair, he's a busy man, like, you know what I mean. So he got in contact with me then and said, yeah, he'd love to try some of our products. We sent it out. I sent him the detailer, hoping that he would love it, and yeah, he does. He's going to be using that a lot more now, you know what I mean. So it is a game changer because it doesn't make so much mess. And for him, that predominantly does dioramas now. That's a perfect tool for him, you know what I mean. So hopefully it'll be featuring in a lot more of his videos. I need to send him out some more stuff, to be honest, but it's time, like, you know what I mean. I need to do it myself first on what I call it. That's a cracking idea. Well done, right? Yeah, it's a work on it. Yeah. Just explain a little bit about static, just so you know. So electric shock enters the body, and a static shock releases on top of the skin, so it never enters the body. And I know that some of I was saying about a pacemaker and stuff, but I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on it. But I don't think it does affect that pacemaking type thing, because it's just exactly the same as getting a shock off a woolly jumper. Yeah. So if you think that all our applicators are 15,000 volts, yeah, and that's all you need. You don't need any more, right? People are asking me, oh, if I stick a battery, you know what I mean, or if I put it into power and stuff like that, is it more powerful? No, it's not, right? And now anybody else says that it's more powerful, it's a load of nonsense, because the power pack is a 9-volt converter, so it's converting from the mains electricity into 9-volt. So the only thing that you get is a more consistent. You don't get the battery fade if you're using it over a long time. Yeah, and that's the only difference. Okay, 15 kV is probably ample for what we do, for what the hobby uses it for. Yeah, you don't need any more. You know what I mean? Anybody who's used our applicators or anybody seen me demoing know what the results you can get from it. So you don't need anything else. You know what I mean? What's it going to give you? What's it going to achieve? You can spend 150, 200, 300 pound on an all singing, all dancing applicator, which is exactly the same thing as what my 50 quid one does. So just, you know, if you are buying applicators from, you know what I mean, I'm not saying buy mine, you know what I mean, there's others out there that are just as good, you know what I mean, but just don't get sold by that, oh, this has got more power than the rest. It's not about the power, it's how you use it. Yeah, it's the layering that you do. Yeah, and now, you know what I mean, I do extreme. I go from 1 mil all the way up to 10 mil, 12 mil grasses, and I use 246 and 10 mil in my, what do I call it? Have you got subtitles on? Or am I going too fast? So that's the Welsh talking, see? So yeah, so you know, I mean, the power, it's not, you know what I mean, it's not essential. Yeah, you know what I mean, the only thing I would say that is essential is that it has to be a hopper style. Okay, it has to be a hopper style. The grass is charged negatively in the hopper, so it gets charged behind the grass, so it wants to push the grass that way. Yeah, the fly swat T strainers that you see, or the applicators that you've got the wire coming down to the grid, yeah, the charge is in the wrong place. because it means the grass is sitting on the applicator, sorry, on the grid, yeah, which is then the bottom grass is being charged and all of the top is not being touched at all. The hopper gives you all that area to move around. Yeah, so all that grass gets charged and it all deposits in the glue standing up. Anything that with the wire that's coming down hitting the grid, or you put the grass on the grid, doesn't work. So yeah, so there's a bit of work on. Like I said, Wally Jumper is 40 kV, so it's 40,000 volts. A Wally Jumper discharges on you, or car. You know when you get a shock off a car, that's roughly around about 40,000 volts. Yeah, so when you know what I mean. So when you get a shock off the applicator box, it's nothing. So a little bit of information there. I hope I didn't blow your mind or bored you. I do apologise if I bored you. Oh, right, we stopped circling, but we have lost a couple of people. Sorry, boys, I do apologise. If he keeps doing this, then I'm going to have to come up with a better way. I might have to model in my living room. Oh, the wife will be not chuffed with that. I don't know what I did different from yesterday. That's the only thing. Yesterday was fine. It pinged along unless my Wi-Fi is going. It can't be going. Nightmare. Shame that. Anyway, okay, so the three of you back anyway, so hopefully the other boys will come back. I don't blame them if they don't mind, because nothing worse than crap internet. So I'm cracking on with this. Oh yeah, boys are coming back in. Thank you. Thanks for patience. Them two seem to be all right. Okay, so did you hear what I was saying about the clip? If anybody can enlighten me, I'll be, because I don't want to go over the same old boat. Or do you all know about the clip? Did anyone say anything? Applicator clip. See what the best side is. Take that side off. Over there. I'm going to go either side here now. So 8 guys in. Any newbies in here? Any new guys coming in? So next week, I've got to go in because I've got to work for. I'm going to cover Mark. Craig, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'll speak to you later, probably. Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, Kath. So next week, obviously, I've got to work in the morning, so hopefully Monday I won't be able to do anything, but Tuesday and Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, I should be able to. Right. Nice. Hi, nice to meet you. Can I have your name so I'm not calling you, if that's okay? Sorry, don't mean to be cheeky. I can see the wife coming in there. So. Bring in my cup of coffee. Felix. Hello, Felix. Nice for you to join us. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure you look for our Facebook group as well, if you're not on that. Yeah, great hints and tips on there, and some discount codes and stuff like that for the website. Sorry, that was a cheap plug. I do apologise. So, yeah, Craig, catch up with you later. So yeah, so what I was saying to what I call it is next week I might do in the afternoon, maybe. You know what I mean? I come home, I'll sit down then, and I'll do some maybe in the afternoon. Hopefully get home about 1 o'clock. So if I can get about 1:30, you know what I mean? So a bit of a change. And I'll do tomorrow. I'm in this afternoon. I'm in work anyway, and tomorrow I'm in work, like I've said. So I won't be doing anything tomorrow. But certainly next week, I think we can do it. I mean, obviously everybody's still on lockdown. So Felix, are you UK based, or are you where are you from, mate? Actually, where is everybody from? Obviously, I live in a little town called Morriston in Swansea in South Wales. Home to the Ospreys rugby, and obviously Swansea City that are in the Championship, that were in the Premiership. I played some lovely football. And the biggest hospital in Wales. Thank you, love. Thank you, Kath. So yeah, Glossop. Have you heard of that? Where's Glossop, right? I mean, I've travelled. North Carolina. Good God, what time is it there then, Felix? Good God, are you New South Wales, Australia? Wow, this is blowing me away now. I don't know, we're from one part, Manchester. 5:30 a.m. Good God, 6 o'clock. Oh, good effort, sir. That's I was land a nod then. Well, that's blowing me away. That is Brian as well in Australia. What time's it there, Brian? And we got one from. I'm talking to the wife now. We got one from North Carolina, and somebody from Australia as well. I'm blown away with that, guys. So, Brian, are you obviously railway enthusiasm? Do I come across for railways, or do I come across as so everybody, I should say, are you guys watching me because of railway inspiration, or is it because of modelling information? 9:55 Thursday night. Wow, my God, that's really weird, isn't it? You know what I mean? So are you modelling then? You both times time differences. You're both modelling. They scenery, yeah. Like, I presume most people will be for scenery for me because I don't know anything. Oh, thank you, Felix. It's nice to know that they get that far. I managed to fluke that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, scenery, I don't know much. We were talking yesterday whether, I mean, some guys are maybe new onto this one, whether WWScenics should do a layout. And the consensus on there was that we should. Which would be good for, it'd be good for us as a company, because then obviously, because we sell into predominantly railway people, although I would say diorama modelers, which like myself, that's what I am, is a diorama modeler, you know what I mean, they're starting to come to us now, you know what I mean. We are, we're picking a lot of military guys up. No. We'll have to make sure that we remedy that. I'll have to open up in America. Yeah, we certainly getting a lot of military guys coming in now, which is great, because you know, I mean, I love military modelling. Not to say that I don't like railway modelling, I do. So before you all guys leave and what I call it, and just abandon, I do, you know what I mean. But the military modelling for me is, you can get such a you know what I mean, a lot of detail into that small space of a diorama. It's fantastic, like, you know what I mean. But like I said, you know what I mean, you railway guys, you are diorama modelers without a shadow of a doubt. The people who like to do the scenery on there, you do multiple dioramas on your layout. You know what I mean? So cup of coffee. My throat gets dry when you're using bottles. So what you know, when you're shaving away, that dust gets in the back of your throat. It's horrible. Ugh. So I need to put one there now and come across there. Okay, good, cool. So on the last leg of this one, good, thanks. Yeah, so like I was saying, that you know what I mean, there's a lot of a lot of diorama modelling that railway guys are doing now. You're starting to put so much detail, and I noticed that it's changed a lot. Where they used to be like focus on the locals. Excellent. You have to make sure now, start putting posts on their Facebook group. Sorry, but I was in mid-flow of what I call it, speak to you. I said, but Brian, I can see that, you know, I mean, you've got some, what I call it, get some posts on. I love looking at, even if they haven't got our products on it, I love looking at, you know, I mean, the modelling that people do. It just blows me away that how good they can be, like, and I mean, how really the detail that people start to put into them is phenomenal. And I just think, wow. And we, you know, the other thing I want to say is that we are going to start bringing out some really fantastic products. So it's not just static grass that we're going to have. There's going to be, you know, I got the weathering powders, as you know. We got muds coming out. I keep harping on about this, but we've been put back because of the B word, and I'm not going to mention it. But that's really knocked us back a bit at the moment. We're trying to get things sorted for that, because other companies, I want to call it. Well, Andy, mate, nice to see you. Nice for you to join us. Do you know what? Right then, so that's a note to admin. I'm going to send that to what I call it. We need to change that. No way. No way. So if that's the case, I need to change it, because that could be putting people off. No, it's going to be do modelling. Join, mate. You haven't got to do one. No way. There's some fantastic modelers on our what I call it that are not railway guys. Yeah, like I said, we're not a railway company. We are we're in a what I call it. We're a scenery modelling company. So you know, it just so happens that I associate myself a lot with the railways, because railways is the biggest one of the biggest industries. You know what I mean? So, and I got a different company called War World Gaming, which sorry, I'm flinging my glasses back and forth. You can see that, which does the war game side of it. And Dave Heathfield, head of design, is in charge of that. So no way, join, mate. You get up, come and join and show your products, big show what you've done, your modelling. Yeah, the guys are really, they love it, to be honest. Yeah, Felix, I was talking about that yesterday. It's the demand of the customer, to be fair. You know, I mean, now, because again, because DCC for railways changed that forever. I don't know exactly what DC is, but you know, I mean, I've heard people saying so many good things about it, and some bad things sometimes. But and then the next thing was static grass, and I think static grass has pushed the modelling industry so far. And I'm not just saying that because obviously we do it, but it has. It's pushed the modelling industry, it's pushed the modelling products and your skills. You know what I mean? And now you guys are demanding more and more and more. So companies like us are then, you know what I mean, pushing ourselves. Our R&D department is constantly, you know what I mean, developing, redeveloping. That's my role in the company is to go and look for new products and go and develop new products. You know what I mean? So, and because I sit here and I model and I try different things out and stuff, then yeah, we try to get the best out there to you guys, because it is everybody's getting a lot better. So yeah, so I need to make a note of that. Change. Ray, you've what could come on there. I said, Andy, suppose being in the club, mate, and especially being in that in your in your unit back at HQ in I mean Wally HQ, you've seen so many generations of people modelling. You know what I mean? You've got some fantastic modelers within the club as well. You know what I mean? I suppose you learn so much. You know what I mean? From just being in that crowd, just listening. You can have a brew with people, and people tell you, you know what I mean, their experiences of what they've done with stuff. You know what I mean? With us, there is literally myself and Dave. You know what I mean? And Mark is out of it now, but you know what I mean, he doesn't do so much modelling now. But it's only myself and Dave that are modelers. So which we talk about. You know what I mean? We're trying to bring in people. The problem that we got is in South Wales, there's not many. You know what I mean? If you went to Nottingham, you know what I mean, that's the lead belt capital of the world. Like, you know what I mean? There's every wargaming modeler and every diorama modeler you can think of. You know what I mean? And they've all worked for either Games Workshop, Warlord Games, or you know what I mean, or other people. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I suppose up in Birmingham as well. Like, you know what I mean? That is the capital of. You know what I mean? Of probably model rail or something. I don't know. Or Pico down in, you know what I mean, down in Beer. I mean, down in Beer, even that. There's not many people down in there, and yet they got some cracking modelers down there as well. That helps them. So, but being down in South Wales, we are, you know what I mean, tucked away. So everybody that comes in with us, we got to train, we got to teach scale, we got to teach, you know what I mean, the products. It's an education. It is an education. That's why I love going to shows. You can't beat shows. Felix, do you go to any shows with you? Is there a lot of shows around in your area, or be it modelling shows or model railway shows, or and Brian, same for you. You know, what I mean, you're talking. Let's talk outside the UK. I mean, I know shows in the UK are massive. I know there's a couple in France. Obviously, Germany has got the biggest railway museum. You know what I mean? Do you go to any, Felix? Yeah. We know what you mean. We know what you mean. I've met most of them, so yeah, it's a real shame that obviously the pandemic kicked, and I mean it's some people's way of releasing it to get out and do the shows. It's a real shame. I do miss it. I do. I don't miss the travelling. Americans are on lockdown. Yeah. The same year. We're on full lockdown in Britain, so there's not a lot going on. There's not been a lot going on since March last year. So and the lockdown. So normally in March, Ali Pali is on Alexander Palace. Oh, good, cool. So, Clippet, what's your name, mate? So I'm not calling you by your angle all the time. Yeah. So normally, blah, 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 Ali Pali's on, and for the last 5 years, it's always sort of landed on my birthday, the 23rd of March. And this year, we knew that obviously the show was cancelled. And I thought, oh, excellent! I got my birthday off. I can go out for it. And, you know, me and the missus can go for a nice meal. And lockdown happened on the 23rd of March. Oh, I was fuming. I was gutted. I mean, come on. Excuse me, I'm on a slurp of coffee. For the new guys as well, right? Just so you know, this is not a masterclass or teaching you how to model and stuff like that, right? It's a general chit chat. Okay, guys, come and go as you please. I'm on here for maybe another hour. I'm gonna have a short one. I say short one, like, I mean, it was three hours yesterday, 2 hours today. And just because I got to pop into work, I got to do some stuff in work. But yeah, this is a general chit chat show. And I mean, tells you stories. Listen to me arguing on for a bit. It's just a break from, a break from obviously the pandemic and the lockdown, just to try and sit in here, talking to modelers as you would do. Like, I know you guys are going to talk via the chat, but I'll sort of help you out and chat away as well. And all I'm doing is I'm doing a scene. I'll show you now in a minute when I do it. I'll glue this last bit in, and because I got to do a bit of cutting. But this is a stand. I don't even know what they call it. Like, a boardwalk or boat. A harbour area, or yeah. I'm doing a general store with I've made out of balsa wood, all scratch built. Yeah, there is a purpose for it for me, and I don't do anything unless I do it for a purpose, which is product development or something. And we're joined by other people. We're joined by Andy Edson, yeah, Wally Club. So please ask Andy any questions if you want. I'm sure he'll help out. There's a couple of my admin on from Facebook. And as Ray pointed out, no, you don't have to be anything to do with railways to join. Which I'm going to change the question that as well, because that could be off-putting. We do any scale. Yeah, I'll flip it over now and show you the scratch built. It's purely scratch built, all out of balsa wood and a bit of foam core and a bit of grey card. Okay, so that's that bottom piece done. So there's the boardwalk. Let's put the buildings on. I got one which slots in lovely, so I know that I'm in the right place. And then that goes back there, so I'll put that around there. Hopefully, Josh, get back to work. Hopefully you can see that. It takes, I can see it live on my camera, but then it takes a bit then to catch up on the video, because I watching myself live on that. Cheers, Andy. So something like that is going to be, I've done the wood panel in there because I want to do weathering wood, yeah, into that. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on, and any of you guys can help me with the colours. I'm going to use Vallejo colours, yeah, and maybe some Humbrol and Tamiya. I'm not sure yet because I've got access to them now. I'm obviously going to do the weathering powders on the tin, on the metal tins, yeah. This is corrugated. It is corrugated, yeah. You can see it, and I made that myself, all myself. I'm not a politically correct person when it comes to modelling. I just love to model, just get it done. I'm not fussy, you know what I mean? I'll try and make it look good at the end. I'm going to try and get some people to try and get our boys to design like a petrol pump or diesel pump, old style. You know what I mean? Some rope. I'm going to try and twiddle some rope around. I'm going to get some signage hanging off here and that type of thing. It's going to be full on. I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm going to try my best to, you know what I mean? Finish it up as best I can. So anyway, so there's the models. So what I need to do now is the front posts, yeah, the sticky outy posts. And these are a pain in the bum. I need to do it. I've done this twice because I've done it round twice. So that slots in like that. Right, is that tall enough? For me, that's not tall enough. It needs to be a bit taller. And I cut them and they're not right. Darn it. Darn it. That's better. So when I do it, give me a figure. Yeah, knee high. That's how I scale things. That's a 1/35th German tank crew. Tamiya. You can't beat Tamiya models, figures. Well, you can, but not mass produced. Anyway, so there's my jig. Always go off the same jig, off the same one, otherwise you keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger as you go along, and probably teaching you to suck eggs, but three. Four, one more. Or the glue has gone and melted something, Andy, and you've stuck your finger in and you've got a fingerprint, and like I've got on that tank I've done, it's not tank, the half track I've done, it's yeah, and you've got to fill it over or smooth it over or polish it, or yeah, I know, sand it. Okay, so a little bit of weathering on this now. Yeah, simple. All I do, yeah, that's just a sanding block. It's a stone. I can't remember what I got it, right? So just round the edges off a little bit, and then just to have a little bit of weathering. So when I do the washing, the staining on it, it will pick up the edges. Because I'll dry brush and highlight. So, you know, I mean, I use a lot of the techniques that I've learnt over the years of painting figures, you know, on my scenery as well, like, you know what I mean, so. And then down. There we go. Happy iawn. Okay, that's good. There's super glue now. So, Brian, you say that, right? So, static grass. So my biggest saying, and Andy will probably hear me saying this a lot of times, and other people have seen me doing demos. With static grass, if you make a mistake, it turns into a good idea. Yeah, that's my biggest saying. I always say that everywhere, right? Because you create in nature at the end of the day, and if you make a little bump or a little scratch or a little, you know, I mean, your finger goes into it or you drag it or something like that, and you go over the top of it, it forms a natural tuft, a natural looking area, and it's such a wonderful, you know what I mean, and it's so forgiving, you know what I mean. So, at the end of the day, like I said, it's nature. You create in nature. I'm going to put a bit of, this is accelerant, super glue accelerant. Lets me just work a bit quicker. I knew that one gone off. And like you said, scratch building as well. If you make a little mistake on there, especially if you're weathering, you can put a little bit of foliage across it or something like that to hide it. So, yeah. Modelers are fantastic at covering the mistake. Well, I am anyway, so. Yes, mate, that's, Andy, you're right there. So I did a video, actually I did it for your show, you know what I mean, about the, oh no, see, I got something for that. I'm going to do something that I did before. It's a bit too wide. That's a bit too narrow. That's a bit too wide. That's all right. That's all right. So that's too wide. So what I'm going to do is do a wedge. I'm going to make a wedge, which I got one by hand. So because that's what you found watercolor. Yeah, I did the watercolor. I did that for your show. The watercolor, the different textures underneath. Especially if you've got anything old, if you've got the old flock or the old sawdust and stuff like that, and you go on over the top with static grass. Oh my God, it just transforms. You know what I mean? It really does. It's a wedge. So, craft a wedge here now, guys. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, I'm back on. Sorry, guys. And then gremlins again. So I'm going to have to get the company to invest in some internet extenders for me or something like that. So, yeah, mate. Honest to God, anything underneath and under grass, you know what I mean, to pull the texture out is great. And there's the development. Yeah, there used to be, you used to sprinkle the grass on. You know what I mean. Now you're applicating the grass on, and now we are pushing. You know what I mean. Pushing the boundaries again by putting stuff underneath it to get that texture, that real looking texture. Again, anybody who's seen me, the development that I did on there was I use my fingers, yeah, to scrunch it all up after I've done a good demo, yeah, you know what I mean, and then gone over the top to give it that realistic look, you know what I mean. That's something that I've done. Which is just great because the texture you get then, because you get natural tufts and stuff like that. I mean, Andy, you've probably seen the demos that I've done up in the show, yeah, on the Pico stand. Well, you filmed me doing one year as well. Yeah, the thing about I always say about static grass is don't be afraid of it. Yeah, get in there, make the mistake, make the, you know what I mean, be as rough as random as you possibly can, because if you are, you get a better result. Don't be afraid of static grass. Don't be afraid of doing something wrong. And that goes for, you know what I mean, diorama modeling or even basing, figure basing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're too busy, mate. That's why they've been running around. What do you call it? I mean, it's a manic show. It's one of the hardest shows that I do, and we don't sell anything on that show. It's just there with Pico. Do you go to other people's shows, Andy? That's what I mean. It's just saying, do you go to other shows? Do you go to Glasgow? Bloody hell. I've been asked to go to Glasgow, you know what I mean? And Pico are going to take me there sometimes. Sutton Conefield, no, I've been there. I mean, we do all BRMs, Ali Pali, Colchester. No, not Colchester, that's what I call it. Ali Pali, Donington, and Peterborough. I normally do the Swansea show when that was on as well. Right, so I've got 2 more left to do over here, and then I'm going to right, cool. 2 more to glue. I'm going to glue these 2 then, and then I'm going to call it a day. I hope you've enjoyed. Yeah, I'll be back next week, I think, in their work. I think it's been successful. 11, 12 guys, yeah, normally been on, so thank you very much. I'm on, I'll be on next Wednesday afternoon, and I should have started some of the weathering, so that the interesting part's going to come then, because it's, you know, watching me fiddle with wood and stuff like that. You guys have done it all and stuff like that. So I'll do a bit of practice first before I come on, just to make sure I'm not making myself look a right fool. But yeah, I'll finish these 2 off now. Guys, thank you very much for the support. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm certainly going to do it more because you know what I mean, it's breaking up the breaking up the lockdown. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, spread the word. Yeah, that I'm going to be on. Get as many guys on as you can. That'll be fantastic. You know what I mean? But thank you for everybody's contribution. Felix, thanks for joining, mate. And Brian, thanks for joining as well. You know what I mean? That's commitment for you. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Andy, as always, thank you, dude. Yeah, good support. And blah, blah, blah. Enjoy the watercolor. It's a lovely day here. It's cold. It's a lovely day, so I'm going to look forward. I'm going to have a bit of dinner, go in, do what I need to do, and come home, go for a nice walk. Great. Okay, yeah. So like I said, next Wednesday, but it'll be afternoon for us. That might be a bit better for you, will it? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's yeah. I'm thinking about doing a roughly about 1:30, on their what do you call it? Look out on Facebook. Join our Facebook group. Like I said, yeah. Everybody's welcome. There's no restrictions. So I will call it, join our Facebook group and keep an eye on that, because I'll put messages on there out. Yeah, so great. So yeah, thank you very much. Until next time, right? Good night from Bri. Yeah, good night, man. Have a nice kip. Yeah, Bri, again, I don't know how that was, probably a bit late. It'll be probably early hours for you then. So what am I doing with the week after then? Probably be back to mornings then, I suppose. You know what I mean? So we'll do a morning show, afternoon show, morning show. You know what I mean? I can see us being in lockdown for quite a while, so I've got a couple more weeks left of this, and then I'll start another project. Yeah, well, it's going to be another building, I suppose. But by then I should have get people to do, excuse me, some of the scenery for it. Screw it on that. I gotta go in to pick up some supplies anyway, so okay, and yeah, no worries. Right, lovely. All right, guys, stay safe. Yeah, a bit of a short one again today. It's a couple of hours, you know what I mean, or an hour and a half or something. But thanks for your company. It's breaking my day up. I'm loving it. Like, you know what I mean. I'm hoping that if you can get onto the Facebook group, we can show off. Then we can talk and say that we've seen this from the video this morning or something like that. That you're posting on to what you want. You know what I mean, what you're doing. I know some of the boys have done that already from yesterday. So. Yeah, here's to it, work on it. So I got a few more things to do. I'm going to leave that dry now, and then this afternoon I might fiddle around a little bit more. Have a good one. Stay safe. Sign, yeah, I didn't know you were in, mate. Yeah, I just need accelerant and super glue. Hours would be nice, so go and sweet talk, Mark. I'm coming in to make the muds for Dave for next week, right? And tufts. I don't know if you know about that. Anyway, have a good one. Stay safe. See you next Wednesday, yeah, unless go keep an eye out on Facebook, right? Ray, put your request in, one of the guys or myself will approve that, and have a good one. Yeah, have a good one. Bye guys. Bye.